Think pastors are just humble spiritual guides? Think again. Meet Kenneth Copeland, a man of faith and a billionaire whose lifestyle rivals Hollywood's biggest stars and Wall Street giants. From a private jet fleet and a private airport to a sprawling lakefront estate worth millions, Copeland's empire is built on more than just faith. It's a world of luxury, power, and influence. How did a man of God amass a $450 million fortune? And what does he own? And what does he avoid? Stay tuned till the very end, because this story will challenge everything you thought about religion, wealth, and influence. From showbiz to spiritual powerhouse, Kenneth Copeland's journey began far from the pews and pulpits. In the 1960s, he was a recording artist, signed to Imperial Records, sharing stages with musicians on the brink of fame. But the spotlight he craved wasn't for music, it was for influence. His voice, charismatic and commanding, was made for show business. Yet, instead of chasing fame through entertainment, Copeland found a calling, one that would make him a household name in religious broadcasting. His transformation from aspiring singer to spiritual mogul started at Oral Roberts University, where he studied theology and worked as a pilot and chauffeur for the legendary evangelist Oral Roberts. That connection proved to be a launch pad. By the early 1980s, Copeland had launched Believer's Voice of Victory, a television broadcast that would become a global religious network. His sermons, broadcast into millions of homes, weren't just about salvation. They were strategic media productions. The message of faith became a frequency, with the machinery of modern marketing amplifying his reach. The success was staggering. The Victory Channel expanded to satellite, cable, and streaming platforms, turning faith into a 24/7 global brand. Viewers didn't just watch, they donated. Small offerings, large checks, and multi-million-dollar pledges flowed into his ministry, fueling his empire. Today, Kenneth Copeland's net worth is estimated at around $450 million, a figure that places him well above most CEOs and far beyond the income of nearly every other religious leader in the United States. But his true power resides in reach. With a media empire spanning television, online streaming, and live events, Copeland has turned belief into an infrastructure of influence, one that extends into politics and the corridors of power. The mansion that defies expectations. Nestled on the outskirts of Fort Worth, Texas, lies a mansion that embodies the paradox of Copeland's life. Spread across 18,000 square feet on a 33-acre estate near Eagle Mountain Lake, the property looks more like a luxury resort than a pastor's residence. It features manicured gardens, private gates, a boathouse, and sweeping water views. Legally, it's classified as a church parsonage, meaning Copeland pays no property taxes, an exemption granted under Texas law for clergy residences. The estate's value is estimated at around $7 million, but the true cost is hidden behind legal loopholes. The land itself belongs to Kenneth Copeland Ministries, not him personally, allowing for significant tax savings estimated at over $150,000 annually. This arrangement raises eyebrows among critics who see it as a symbol of the growing divide between spiritual service and material excess. The estate isn't just a home, it's a private compound with security, a private runway, and a lifestyle that resembles that of a billionaire CEO's weekend retreat. It's a stark contrast to the humble images often associated with faith: private jets and a private airport. Beyond his mansion, Copeland's lifestyle takes to the skies, literally. He owns a Gulfstream V valued at about $40 million, previously owned by filmmaker Tyler Perry. His fleet also includes a Cessna Citation X and a Cessna 550 Bravo, all managed under Kenneth Copeland Ministries. His private airport, Kenneth Copeland Airport, is a fully operational airstrip built on his property. Equipped with hangars, fueling stations, maintenance facilities, and staffed by a dedicated team, it allows him to take off at a moment's notice, saving time, providing privacy, and symbolizing a level of autonomy few pastors or business leaders enjoy. Copeland justifies flying private by claiming that commercial flights are filled with demons, a controversial statement that became meme material overnight. In an infamous interview, he explained that he refuses to fly commercial because he'd be trapped in a tube full of demons, arguing that his spiritual focus requires solitude and speed. Critics see this as a bizarre justification for luxury travel, but for Copeland, it's a matter of divine mission and personal safety. His jets are outfitted with plush leather interiors, satellite communications, and state-of-the-art amenities, tools to broadcast his message globally while enjoying the comforts of a five-star hotel in the sky. His flights often take him to exotic locations like Fiji, Israel, and Hawaii, fueling speculation about whether these trips are purely spiritual or also leisure. The wealth behind the ministry. Donations fuel Copeland's empire. His ministry, Kenneth Copeland Ministries, reports millions in annual income. Supporters believe their offerings are sowing into divine favor, but critics question where that money truly goes. While official filings show that the ministry's aircraft are designated for ministry use, flight logs and insider reports suggest frequent trips that appear more personal than spiritual. Destinations include luxurious resorts, private islands, and high-end conference locations, raising questions about whether donations are funding lavish lifestyles. The ministry's tax-exempt status shields it from many disclosures, enabling Copeland to operate in a financial gray zone. No law explicitly prohibits pastors from living extravagantly or owning multiple jets, but the optics of a televangelist with a private airport, mansion, and fleet of luxury planes living a lifestyle of wealth and comfort challenge traditional notions of humility and service. The controversial pandemic stance. In March 2020, amid the global COVID-19 pandemic, Copeland made headlines with a bold declaration. During a broadcast, he pointed his finger into the camera and proclaimed, "I blow the wind of God on you," claiming he was commanding the virus to leave the world. This was followed by a series of sermons emphasizing divine immunity and declaring that the blood of Jesus protected his congregation. Despite public health warnings, Copeland continued holding in-person services at his megachurch, Eagle Mountain International Church. Donations surged as followers believed they were protected by faith, while critics argued that such messages risked encouraging reckless behavior during a deadly pandemic. His private jets continued flying, and the ministry's broadcasts remained active, demonstrating that for Copeland, spiritual confidence and financial stability took precedence over public health advice. To supporters, it was faith. To skeptics, a dangerous gamble. Political power and influence. Kenneth Copeland's influence extends beyond the pulpit. Long before the rise of televangelism, he understood that spiritual authority often comes from proximity, not just to God, but to the corridors of power. He maintains close relationships with political figures, including sitting presidents, and has appeared at White House events, prayer circles, and policy briefings. His influence is subtle, but profound. He helps shape the voting blocs and ideological perspectives of millions of Americans. While he doesn't run for office or endorse candidates publicly, his backing is felt in the strategic alliances he fosters. His access to political elites and his ability to mobilize a loyal base give him a form of soft power that many traditional politicians envy. The divine prosperity or the price of power? At the heart of Copeland's story is a provocative question. When a man of God lives like a king, what are his followers truly learning? Critics argue that his lifestyle, jets, mansions, private airport, is a contradiction of spiritual humility. They question whether the prosperity gospel he preaches is about divine blessing or personal wealth accumulation. Supporters believe that faith unlocks abundance and that prosperity is a sign of divine favor. His net worth, estimated at $450 million, surpasses many CEOs and celebrities. His luxurious jet fleet, estate, and high-profile lifestyle are seen by some as evidence that faith works and that divine favor looks like golden gloss. A movement of wealth and worship. Kenneth Copeland's life is a testament to the power of faith, media, and strategic influence. His journey from a recording artist to one of America's wealthiest pastors challenges traditional notions of humility and service. Whether viewed as a visionary or a contradiction, his story reveals a broader trend, where spirituality and wealth increasingly intertwine, blurring the lines between divine calling and personal empire. As the world watches, the question remains, how much of faith is genuine and how much is business? And in a country where belief can be bought, sold, and shielded by law, the true cost of prosperity is still being written. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more eye-opening stories.